me have a couple of announcements, and then I've got a few anyway, and then I can turn the time over to, of course, Tammy and Brooke, and if
I'm on too. I don't think Brooke is getting on tonight. She's traveling.
Cool. And to Kevin, I know I was gonna say a couple of us are traveling, so just a couple of things to announce. Next Monday night is going to be our final night. We're going to do the free trim trial. So if you guys have anybody you want to get on that still wants to do the free trim trial, we're going to do that next Monday night. Will be our final night.
Just to clarify, it's just the final call.
The final call, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the free trim trial is still available. It's just all going to be put on the website now. So there's a video. Tammy, if you could put that in the chat where they go to do that. So on the website, they'll be able to go on and watch the video that we share on the call and all the information that we share on the call, plus a step-by-step of how to get into it and how to order it. So there'll be a tutorial and everything on there.
Perfect. We also are going to continue the 12 days of Christmas. We're at day, goodness gracious, what day are we at today?
6. Today was day 6.
Day 6, yeah. And we're going to continue that. So we have 6 more days of the 12 days of Christmas. We're going to continue to talk about the products and do great discounts on those. Along with that, we've got this Saturday. This Saturday should be a really good call with our doctors, Dr. Raymond. And because we've been sick, we've kind of lapsed a little bit on that, but we're getting it again hard on Saturday. So if you have anybody who wants to get on and learn more about cannabinoids, how they work, how they interact with your body, and they can hear the science behind it. Dr. Raymond's done a ton of study. He sent me actually a bunch of research that was fantastic, and he's going to continue to do that. So really, really good. I would encourage, let's get as many people on those calls on Saturday as we can. But I just want to reiterate a couple things. Number one, thanks for being patient. I think the only thing right now, I blended up a whole bunch of nitric oxide, and we changed a couple small little things. And again, because we were sick, it took us about an extra week. I spoke with the lab today. I made a phone call because after we do a blend, we have to have everything lab tested, and I should have the labs back in the next day or two. As soon as we have those, that's the only thing I know of that we might be still just a touch behind on. I changed one of the ingredients. I removed completely, which was the brown. We used some brown rice syrup solids just to help with the sweetener a little bit. Sorry, and remove that and put in some monk fruit instead, and also removed any kind of sweetener. So it's changed the flavor a little bit. It's not as sweet, and it shouldn't affect anything as far as the quality goes. It's just going to it'll taste a little bit different. I also so I just want to let you know, as soon as I have the labs back, which should be the next day or two, then we should be able to get those out. That was the only thing that, because I was so sick, I wasn't able to finish the new blend, but should be really good. I hope that as we continue to grow, that we try to do everything in batches. Of course, you guys probably know that when you came to the facility, you see we do a batch run, and we do it as we are getting close towards the end. We don't want to run out of stuff. I know that's a big deal, but like I said, when we got sick, it kind of threw us off for a week or two. But I talked with shipping. I think other than that, everything else is made, disinfected, completely clean. We've got a lot of trim. We've got a lot of balance. So we're very, very, very grateful and excited. The results, I continue to get texts every day about people having amazing results, loving it, doing well, especially over the holidays. I'm trying to think, Tammy, if there's anything else I'm missing. I think the biggest thing for me is the chocolates have gone out too. Deshelle, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think the chocolates have all gone out on the people that have earned the chocolates. And so if you get the golden ticket, or when you get a golden ticket, just please post about it. Please put it on social media. Let us know who got it. We put them in some envelopes, so we have no idea who's going to get them. We put them in envelopes and mix them up. The one thing I did do, I'll show you, rather than put them in a, I wanted to do something really kind of special. And rather than take the gold, and I'm going to show you how it will come so you can see it, because I have one in front of me. The difference is it's in a protective seal and it's graded. It's kind of dark, sorry. But this is a PMG rated. So we actually put it in an envelope with the chocolate, and then we mixed up all the envelopes. But this is worth a lot more money than just the gold by itself, because it's been graded as a graded five, it's called a golden quint. But now it's been graded by PMG. It's a PF 70, which is the highest grade that you can get, which increases the value by a lot. So instead of being worth $50 or $60 worth of gold, it's now worth like $130 worth of gold. So it's really cool. We thought this was just nicer and we wanted you guys to have it. So please post when you get one, if you get one, because we want to obviously talk about it, but we also want to see who gets it. And we want to put you in the drawing for the laptop at the beginning of the year. So that should be a lot of fun. And we're going to continue to send those out as you guys hit those numbers, as you do $200 in PV, or if you sign up 2 people. So pretty cool. We like that. We think it's fun. It's a great thing for Christmas and a really cool gift. Like I said, we are up in Oregon. I'm going to be at the farm tomorrow. We'll try to go just double check, make sure we've got everything ready for the spring for harvest and planting up here. I've got a chance to hang out with our grower today and talk to him, and he's doing great. So everything up here is looking good. And is there anything else I can tell you, Deshelle?
I don't think so. I have been excited doing the lives every day. I appreciate all of those who've been tuning in, and we give you your entries as you're watching it and make comments and things like that. So Tammy has been posting the winner each night, and everybody who's been a winner that's getting shipped out the next day or two after, obviously the ones who won over the weekends will get it after. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun. So I hope everybody's enjoyed it. I hope you're sharing it with everybody, because that's the point. Like, let's get a little information about the products and then share it with our customers, and all in helping so we can get those gold tickets, get them sent out, get that chocolate, earn that chocolate, because it's the only way to get it right now.
Right. And one of the things too, and I know Rosa has brought this up, had a conversation with her today. We're trying to get it so it's more visible in the back office, so that you can see where you're at, or if you've got your team, how close they are to qualifying or what they need to do to hit their next level, and trying to make that more visible so everybody can see it. I know that's really important, so that hey, what's my next step? What do I got to do to hit my next level? How many people do I need on my team? What can I do to do that? And so we appreciate her bringing that to our attention. There's stuff we're trying to get the tech team to work as fast as possible. I know Kevin and Brooke have been heavily involved in that, trying to speed up that process, and they're working on a back office that's a little more visible, so that you can see exactly what the next steps are. So appreciate them, and appreciate Rosa again for bringing that up, so that we can continue to try to make the back office as simple but as visible as possible, so that you know exactly what's going on in your teams. Tammy, anything on your space or side that we need to talk about as far as housekeeping or anything?
I don't think so, but will you just run over why Knox is not available for the quick second really fast? There were a couple new people that hopped on that I know.
Yeah, it's just that so here's how it works. Let me just give you a quick little example on how everything works. So when we manufacture any product, so let's just use, I'll use Knox as an example. Citrulline, arginine, methionine. When you look at every single ingredient on that, vitamins, minerals, anything that's in there, we order all the ingredients, right? We don't grow every ingredient. Obviously, the cannabinoids we grow. You guys know that. So when I order citrulline, the first thing that happens is they send it to me. Like they'll send it to me in a 55-gallon drum, and it comes with a certificate of analysis. Even though it comes with a certificate of analysis, I have to take that product and send it to the lab and have it lab tested to be considered CGMP, following good practices. We have to lab test every product, even though it has already been lab tested by the company that made it. I still have to lab test it. So I send it to the lab. The lab then comes back. So I got to wait for the lab test to come back. Then we blend the ingredients and we manufacture, because we're blending citrulline, arginine, methionine, N-acetylcysteine, CBG, stevia leaf, monk fruit. And we take all those ingredients that we just lab tested, we blend them, and we bottle them. At that point, we randomly have to pull so many bottles off the shelf or off the line, and then we have to send it into the lab again. And then they have to lab test everything once it's blended, which would have happened quicker, but we had all the ingredients. And then, as you guys know, I got really sick. Our whole team did. And so we had to shut everything down, disinfect everything, and start over the whole process because we got COVID. So we had to start the whole process over again, re-lab test every single product after it's been disinfected, re-lab test everything, make new blends, and send it to the lab. We should have the labs back on that in the next day or two. Once those labs come back, then I can send out this batch of Knox. So everything's been blended and made a second time, and we're blending more. I just have to wait till the lab gets back. I can't send it until the lab comes back that says, yes, it's good. And we don't think anything's gonna not come back, right? It's just, that's the policy, and that's GMP practices. We have to follow that procedure, and it's way over tested. Like it's ridiculous. To me, it's kind of crazy. Like, we try to do everything right, but it's ridiculous that I literally can buy citrulline, which was just lab tested by my buddy who manufactures it. He has to take and lab test it before he sends it to me. And as soon as I get it, I then have to lab test it again, just to make sure there was no contamination in shipping, no contamination in any part of the process. And again, it seems like overkill, but we want to make sure that we follow the process. And then, of course, if something happens, like, for example, we got sick and we get COVID, and we got to shut the process down, resend it, and I'll start over from the beginning. And so it's a little frustrating. I get it. We had worked on a new formula, removing a couple of ingredients, working with the doctors. It was a few things that we wanted to make sure were removed. Just it, not good or bad. It's just changing a little bit. The key is always, if we can make it better, we want to make it better. And so we thought it made sense to remove some of the brown rice syrup, just so it didn't have any issues with people that are low glycemic, which it didn't, but we just want to make sure. So it should be available in the next day or two. And like I said, other than that, I think we got caught up on every shipment that we were, because of getting COVID, that we were behind on. So I think everything's up to date. Knox will be the only one if it was ordered in the last couple of days. But again, we're blending and making it and just waiting for the lab test to come back on the final blend. So as soon as that comes back, we should be good to go. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Even though it's a pain in the neck, it's a pain in the neck, but we want to follow all the rules so that, we want to make sure that anytime anybody's taking anything ingestible, right, we got to make sure that they're not going to get sick, that they're not going to have any problems. And so anyway, CBN capsules, praise the Lord, they finally came in, because again, I don't own the capsule machine, and as frustrating as that was, it took us forever. But those are out, should be out. Everybody should have them. I love them. They're great, especially for people that struggle with sleep. So that's a fantastic one that I think is really good, and hopefully you guys like it as well. So yeah, I think that's all I have. So other than, I love this time of year. I love it because people are in the buying mood, and people want to lose weight, and people want to feel good. So I think we got the things to help them. Kevin, anything exciting on your end? Or can I
All
try
right. You know,
you?
yeah, I think it was pretty exciting this last week. As Zane and Deshelle and Tammy know, an old friend of mine, we go way back, probably about 40 years. He used to play ball with me way back in college, and he reached out to me. He actually is the coach for the national high school rugby champion. They won the national championship this year in rugby for high school. He's a former college player in rugby, and he also used to coach at the university level as well. But his team last year took the high school national championship here, either out of Utah or out of it's called Harriman High School. And anyway, Elvis reached out to me via social media. He and I kind of keep up with each other in that way. Well, I've known him not only his name is Elvis, and that's a memorable name, of course. And we've kept track of each other over the years. He is what we would call a professional he calls himself a professional networker, right? I had him, he reached out to me and asked me about what I was doing these days. And I told him, one of the things I'm doing is I'm consulting for this company, and really excited about them and their product. And my business partner, Steve, and I have helped them for, gosh, now 11 months. It'll be a year in January that we've been helping the company. We started out talking in December last year, December of 2020, and then we actually officially came on and started working with the exec team on January of 2021. Anyway, told him about it, so I had him start looking at the pages, and this is actually last week, Monday, just before this call last week, Monday. I spent the next, during this call, he's texting me, he's looking at the site, he's texting me for the next hour and a half, almost 2 hours. During this call, and then another hour after the call. And he was just very excited. He was like, he's Maori, and he was in his, he's like, calls me afterwards. He goes, brother, I brought he claims he brought CBD to Utah. He says, I brought it to the people in Utah. And I laughed and I said, okay, go ahead. You can claim all that. Well, comes to find out, he did for about 2 years. He was with this company, and he was making about 20 grand a month working for this company, doing as an independent rep. So he was really excited because life happened. He had some things happen in his personal life, and he went out of the business for a while. So he was pretty excited when he reconnected with me. It's like, I talked to my wife and I'm showing her these products and can't believe the pricing and can't believe this is all real. And they've got so many great products. So we went to lunch a couple days later, and that was a 2-hour lunch. An hour lunch turned into 2 hours. I brought him some products. The team was kind enough to give me some products that I could take over to him. And we met locally here in Salt Lake City at a little restaurant for 2 hours, and he tried out the products. And I showed him the products, explained to him the products and a real high level view of the comp plan. So he was really excited. He then texted me and we started talking, and I got Zane involved, and we went over to the corporate offices, and he met Deshelle, and then he met Zane. And then with Zane, he was 2 hours of meeting with Zane one-on-one. Well, I was in there too. And he was super excited. He had these old injuries. He came hobbling into the office because he reached out initially to me because I've got two new knees that I got about 2 years ago. And he knew that he needs a new knee. And so he wanted to try he was looking for something to, get some advice about getting a knee replacement. And then also he saw how I was walking, and then he met Zane, and Zane handed him a bottle of muscle gel. and he put it on an arthritic thumb that he had that he's not able to bend, and all of a sudden he starts bending it. Then he puts it on his knees, and he's so excited about how his knees are doing, and he's walking around, and he actually walked down the stairs from the office. He said he didn't even hold the rails. He was like, I had to hold the rails. Normally he'd have to hold the rails going down and up. So he was super excited. And he's to the point now where he's starting to get people engaged. He's going to get people, wants to get people on the call to do a free trial. So he's lining up his leaders. I bring this all up because it's not easy to, it's not that hard to just open your mouth and talk to people and tell people about this product. Once you show them a few things, once you get them some samples or you let them try the product out, they know it's real. One thing that stuck out to him, to Elvis and talking to Zane, it's like, Zane said, when was the last time you heard of anybody going on a diet over Christmas and they don't have to change their diet? And he just goes, hold it, mate. What you're telling me is these people, I can go ahead and lose weight and eat normally over Christmas. And Zane said, you can't overeat, right? But if you follow the regime, you would lose weight. So he's super excited. He's actually taking this week. He's lost, he texted me today, and he's actually lost 3 pounds since Friday. So he's pretty excited about it. He's, we were out of Knox as mentioned, so I gave him some of my own Knox. And so he's excited to purchase some new Knox. He's signed up as a rep. He's getting people into the meetings. He's excited to get things going. Well, like I said, it's not hard to open your mouth and tell people about things when you're excited about what's happening and what you're using and things like that. The other thing I tell you is get your ducks in a row now. He's trying to get his ducks in a row so that he can get some of his contacts to start using the product over the holidays. And then those people will in turn get people ready come January 1st, because we all know come January 1st, what happens? People start heading to the gym, right? And they're there for about 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and they're all really happy, but they exercise and they realize that's a lot of hard work and I'm not losing as much weight as I thought, but if they couple that hard work, or even without the hard work, we know what Trim can do for them, right? We know what Knox can do for them. We know that these products that Zane and the executive team put together and that they offer us can change people's lives. And so what I'm saying to you right now is take advantage of the situation. Don't let the holidays slow you down. You've got lots going on, but this is a perfect time to start sharing. It's a perfect time to say, just like Elvis said, I'm going to get some people on Trim, and they're going to tell people they're going to lose weight over the holidays, and then they're going to have people ready to go come the first of the year. So get your ducks in a row, get people going. Don't slow down, keep going, because this is the time of year that you want everything to be ready, because Q1 of every year is the time when people, the 2 things they always make resolutions on, right? Lose weight and make more money. Oh, wow. Seems like we might have an answer to both of those wishes, right? So both of those resolutions. So tonight, that's what I kind of leave you with. Take advantage of the situation. Things happen. People walk in your path every day. And if you have a chance to share something with them, share them a message of hope and a message of good health and a message of the happy holidays. So that's my message to you guys tonight. Thanks so much for the time, Zane.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. And I am excited about meeting new people and what we can do to help them. We've got a lot of great products that can really change lives. So appreciate all of you guys. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Can the technical
Hi, Rosa.
team, hi, good evening. Can the technical team please tell us when the back office will be ready? It's like Sukavo has given us a wonderful product, has given us a driver's license, has given us a beautiful car, but we don't have a map where to drive to. So, because the reason I ask this question is because last time they told us that by November, the back office stuff will be ready. It's not ready yet. And we can come in and sign 1,000 people. But if we cannot mentor these people to sell just for $200, $300, $500 every month, then the whole point is like, we don't really want to move anywhere. We are just going round and round. And it discourages because little goals lead to bigger goals. How does somebody work with a team of 100 when you don't even know whether one person sold $100 worth of product or $200 worth of product. So if you can give us when that program will come out, we really appreciate it.
But you need to. Well, Rose, back. Hold on, let me move. You have, no, you had to turn off your volume. Okay, sorry, let me move out of that room because it's loud and echoing back. So we have met with our tech team and talked with them, and we've got a temporary fix that's coming soon. It's going to be a new widget. I know we've got the ability to pull some reports from the back office that you can kind of pull them, but it's not super user friendly and viewer friendly. So we're working on creating an actual widget where you can see it. So we're working on it. They hopefully will have that done in the next couple of weeks. As far as then something even more user friendly, then we've got something more in the pipelines down the road that will make it even better after that. So it's coming. We don't have, that's the thing with technology. We can't ever they can't give us an exact date. So we can't give you an exact date because they're working on the programming and doing what they can do. So it's coming though. We promise we're working on it hard. We want it to be user friendly. We want you to be able to see and know what's going on with your team and all of that. So we're working on it. We promise.
So Deshelle, just to reiterate, so they've said that they've got a temporary fix that they're trying to get out right now, and then they say in hopefully a permanent fix by the first of the year.
Well, so right now you can currently just go in and create your own report. Tammy, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go in and create a report. It's not the easiest and it's not the most user-friendly. It's not the most, I shouldn't say it's not user-friendly. It is, it's just a little bit complicated with the steps. So we're trying to create a widget. So those are the little boxes that are in your back office so that then you can see it all easier in your back office. And then in the pipeline, we're still working on a more permanent. That's what we've been talking about with Kevin and Steve in the back office and with Brooke and those developers trying to create an even better format in the back office. That probably won't be until after the first of the year.
Okay, I was just trying to get a time frame so that we can know. I know Kevin and Steve, that's something that they're working on as well, so.
Yep.
Great
are-
question.
Yeah.
Great question, Rose. I know, I agree wholeheartedly. We want to make it so visible so that you can say, this person needs to do, 150 more, and then they're going to hit their next level, and we can stay on top of that so that the leaders like you can get out there and share, that information and make it more available to everybody. So thanks for pushing us. And we're going to continue to push the tech guys as much as we can. I know, like Rose and I talked today, it shouldn't be, to me, I'm not a tech person. So I think in my head, I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. This should be pretty standard. Everybody should be able to do this so they can see it. But for some reason, it seems to be a struggle for them. I don't know the answer to that. But anyway, we will continue to push on them though. Any other things tonight?
I think that's it. Let's just keep watching what our specials are, get people excited on the Trim 6. I hope people are in there. I know if Brooke were on here, she could give us an update of how many people have joined, but I know we've had quite a few. So let's keep that up. Let's steer people to that because we want to be ready, just like Kevin was saying, get your ducks in a row because January 1 is gonna create lots of opportunities.
Last I heard, I think it was just over 70. Deshelle, is that right?
I think that's what I heard.
You heard? Yeah. That's exciting. That's good because if they get on a 6-week program where they can wait, feel good, that's great. And we'll continue. And obviously, they can join anytime. It's not like they have to join them. I mean, they could join today and they can get in the program and start losing weight and feeling good. So that's exciting as well. Sorry, I'm still just getting over this cough, working on it. So it's Monday night. Let's have a great week and continue to push the specials. Have a great 12 days of Christmas, and we'll talk to you guys soon, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Everybody.
Night.
Feel better, Zane.
Take
Good
care.
night.
Good night.
Feeling better. Good night.